A made in China crisis awaits big automobile industry. Now, as we can see that the automobile industry is the whole world is changing structurally. Okay, there's a structural change in the automobile industry. So this time when I went to China, also I saw that a few years ago, maybe the roads are flooded with European-made cars. Okay, but now the roads are all flooded with China-made cars. So now the China market. Okay, so here there is a very important statistics here. Okay, here. In an echo of how China upended the solar panel industry, it has built a staggering amount of auto manufacturing capacity, huge capacity from the automobile manufacturing side, enough to make more than 50 million passenger vehicles a year of all types a year. So that is roughly double domestic demand and enough to satisfy more than half of the global market. So this figure is very interesting to me because just China alone, they are able to produce cars that are able to satisfy half of the global demand. Wow, that means the production capacity is very big for China. Okay, the kind of production capacity is super big. So how to how to win the automobile war, with the China, it's not easy to win. And this is just a EV industry, but you also have other things. Now they are also into the legacy chips. So the legacy chips is also another thing. And also renewable energy. Okay, there's solar panels and all this. They are the leader in the industry. So moving forward, China will continue to be a manufacturing hub of the whole world. Okay, you're looking at the whole world. You're not looking at one country. We are looking at the whole world. The whole world, if you look at how come my line is weaker? Is my line okay? Uh, so if you're looking at the whole world, can you tell me which country are good in manufacturing? Okay, let me ask you. Can US manufacture? Not really. Can EU manufacture? Not really. So only who can manufacture? China and Southeast Asia. Okay, we are the Asian market, we are the Southeast Asian countries as well as China, we are the manufacturing hub of the whole world. So when we are looking at in terms of the trade war between China and US moving forward, okay? So there is one YouTube video that I shared in the WhatsApp group, but this YouTube video was in Mandarin, okay, in Chinese. So, but however, I will summarize it. What this YouTube video was actually talking about is actually highlighted the trade war between China and US, the relationship, and as well as the global manufacturing scene of the whole world. Okay, so let me share with you the link. So just in case if whoever wants to watch, you can watch on your own, but I will give you the summary. I will give you the summary. So this um this is like a Yahoo TV, and then the interviewer, there are three speakers there. Each of the speakers, they are highly qualified, okay, people. And according to them, right, they actually have a very, very sharp view about the whole world, the way they look at the whole world in terms of the manufacturing hub, in terms of the China-US relation. So number one is that if you look at the trade war between the US and the China, You see that in the past, because this trade war actually started in 2017, 2018 during the Donald Trump era. When in the past, right, when Donald Trump keep having sanctions or restrictions on the on Huawei and also on those decisions, right? You see that China actually was very quiet. So they will just keep quiet and then they didn't retaliate initially. As the years go by under the Biden, right? Do you notice that China actually started to retaliate? And then the most recent one was the the retaliation by the China is that they will ban the exports of important raw material to US. What's the name of those raw material? I think like GAR, like Jaramine, and then there are a few important raw material, and these important raw material are essential ingredients for the AI chips because they are highly resistant to the heat. Because when you are running the AI chips, it's very hot. Okay, so you need high resistance, heat resistance material. Sale of this material. Okay, so what are these material? So these materials are important application. Okay, gallium, germanium, antimony, and other super hard material because these are very, very heat resistance material. And currently, China has over 80% of the market share. Over 80% of the market share. So now they are banning this to the US. So meaning that they want to restrict the development of, because all these applications are in the military application and super computing. Okay, so they want to restrict the application of these in the US. So now do you see that the ball has come to the China side here and then for China to kick the ball? In the past, we saw that the US has been doing one-sided, and then China was kind of like holding there. They didn't do much of a retaliation. Even if they do, was a mild one. But now you see that China seems to be harder now. Okay, and that I feel that is a lot to do with their um, improvement or having some control over the leadership of the technology. If you to look at the way that the chip war is being played, you see that now China is one of the largest export company in the chips. In the past, they were almost 90% importing their chips, but now they are exporting their chips already. And then they have produced so much. And you can see their innovation in the lithium batteries as well as the EV automobile industry. So all these they are leading. And also we are looking at the AI technology. They are also leading in a way because I see a lot of robotic application in China. Even in the hotel, in the restaurant, you see everybody is using digital thing. So it's actually they are so much advanced. If you to compare to the rest of the world, right? China is a very advanced country, okay, in terms of technology. So now their wings are stronger now. Okay, so when their wings are stronger, then they can retaliate stronger as well. So I would think that for Donald Trump, he will have to be careful, okay, because he know that he haven't even the inauguration will be on the 21st, right, or the 20th. So he haven't even become the president yet, and now China has started this retaliation, and this will definitely impacted them a lot. Okay, for this important ingredient. So this video, he actually says that now more power is actually shifting towards China now. Okay, in terms of the chips and the global power, more power is shifting to the China, and then the trade war between the China and US is getting lesser and lesser impact in China. Why? Because in before that, US was the largest trade partner of China, number one trading partner of China. That was a few years ago, or even 2 years ago. Okay, but now over the years, because of the trade sanctions, China has expanded their exports to all over the world. All over the world, their exports has increased, except US. US has reduced, but then they have expanded their customer base to the Middle East, to Africa, to EU, to Asia, to many other parts of the world. So that means the importance of relying on the US is diminishing. So over here, they said that now, in terms of the trading, US only account for 1/10 of the total China trade. 1/10. Okay, 1/10 only, about 500 billion. China has about 43 trillion trade. Okay, and then US only account 500 billion. So this 500 billion over the years, it has been 500 billion, 500 billion for many years. So which means that over the years, it didn't increase at all. But at the same time, the trade to other parts of the world has increased tremendously. Okay, so there is one article, this one, I will share with you. You take a look at the statistics. Yeah, and also joining the BRICS as well. Okay, so which means that no matter how Donald Trump play in terms of the trade war, right? What the commentators think is that it will have lesser and lesser impact on China economy because China has already outgrown US. Okay, they don't rely on the US so much anymore. They rely on others. So this talk about the China trade. They said that their number one trade, the number one trade is the ASEAN. ASEAN country is their leading partner, is their number one trading partner, ASEAN. Okay, so China has a very close relationship with ASEAN. Why? Because we are their most important partner now. And then number two is EU. And then number three will be the USA. Okay, so and then others will be the others. So you can see that US is very far already. Okay, they are not so important to the China anymore. So so then you can see the wings of China is getting stronger, and then they will have more hard retaliation in this coming year. If let's say Donald Trump want to have a lot of funny things, and then you will expect more harsh retaliation will be from China. And also this video also talk about the downfall of the EU. Okay, the EU is no longer having any say in the world. Okay, and then he even think that the EU is going to collapse soon. So what it means is that the whole world is no longer looking at even though US try to ask the EU to form like a strategic alliance to go against China, right? But if you notice, right, none of these EU company except UK want to listen. Why? Because if they listen to the US, then they will lose a lot of trade to the China. Okay, China still import a lot from them. So if let's say they follow the US and then they want to sanction China, then they will lose a lot of business to China, which they are already losing the business to China now. Okay, so this video you can watch. Okay. Okay, so this is a very good article on the statistics of the China exports and imports figure, so you can read that as well.